Hardcore is a master at taking the everyday and looking for the ability to deceive, right? Our next speaker has taken the same art of deception and applied it to cybersecurity. Shlomo Touboul is the CEO of Illusive Networks, which has established itself as a market leader in deception technology. And Shlomo will speak about how deception can be used to flip the inherent asymmetry in cybersecurity today. Please welcome to the stage Shlomo Touboul.
The year is 1942. I know it sounds like the joke was here earlier. She was 26 or something, and when I heard her, by the way, for the first time, I said, oh my God, they're going to believe I'm starting with a joke. So this is not a joke. 1942, maybe a deception, by the way. The place is North Africa. On one side, we have one of the best German Nazi generals, General Rommel, the desert fox, on his way to Egypt, Mr. I never lost a battle. On the other side, we have a very great general, the Spartan general, Montgomery. Some people call him Monty, with an impossible mission to stop Rommel from entering into Egypt. What is Monty doing? As you expect from any general to do, he engaged a magician. Not as good as Marco, but still Jasper Massacline, that year, was a brilliant magician from the UK, from London. And he brought him to engage illusions and deceptions. And what Jasper did, he created a set of tanks, decoy tanks, made from wood, paper, and paint, army of tanks, and located them on one area. And then he took the real tanks of Montgomery, covered them again with wood, paper, and paint, and located them in a different location. Now the army of Rommel, heading to the tanks, to the decoy tanks of Montgomery, and then Montgomery engaged the real tank from the back. The rest is history. Rommel was defeated in El Alamein and lost the battle. So, whenever we reach an asymmetric situation, like Marco had, he was asymmetric with you guys. Look how many eyes you have here. You only have his hands and camera. So when you are in that situation, and you engage illusions and deceptions in order to come and compensate on the measures that are running too short. And let's take that into the cyber now. So in cyber, there is asymmetry between the attacker and defender. The attacker, they can be wrong 99 times, and then enough that on the 100th time they are successful, they won the battle. The defender, they can be successful 99 times, and then if they fail in the last one, they lost the battle. There is a major asymmetry here. So how you engage illusions and deceptions in cyber? So first, you need to forget about the malware. Go one step backward and look from the perspective of the attacker, into his mind. Think about what he would do, how he thinks, how he sees. And then when you put those deceptions, make them non-fingerprintable. So when the attacker penetrates on a network in an APT, when he moves from one machine to another machine, he can tell which of the machines are real, which one are wrong. And then make them diverse, make them dynamic. Diverse meaning that as he moves from one machine to another machine, he doesn't see the same deceptions. Make them dynamic because our network are changing dynamically. So we need to reflect those changes in the deceptions. In my backyard at home, I have a pond, koi pond. And every day about 9 a.m., there is a kingfisher bird, by the way in Hebrew it's shaldag, it took me time to learn, that stands on a branch on an olive tree ahead of the pond. And this guy is looking down on the fish, choosing the victim to serve him breakfast on that day. And of course I'm not happy with that because koi fish are expensive as you know. So I thought, if I would like to deploy deceptions and illusions into the pond, how would that look? So first I need to take the perspective of the kingfisher. Exactly like Jasper did with Rommel, like Marco did with you guys 5 minutes ago. So I need to create those fish that look from the top like fish. They need to be non-fingerprintable so the fish won't see they're artificial. They need to be diverse. If I'm going to take the same fish and duplicate that, it's going to look not real. And they need to be dynamic and move. So the next picture looks very artistic, you know. Looks like a network, but it's not the usual view that IT get to see their network. This is not the physical or logical topology of the network. This is a real company. And this is the perspective of the attacker on that network. So every dot here, it's difficult to see, but there are dots at the end of the lines, and there are 5,000 dots on that slide, represent an endpoint or server. Every line connecting 2 dots is showing the ability of the attacker to move laterally from one machine to another machine during the attack, using many different attack techniques, and the different colors represent different attack techniques. By the way, that would be the dream of the attacker. He never gets to see that. Attacker has a stroll view. When he penetrates our network, then he sees very little amount of our network. He would like to discover the entire network, but he never gets to that because he gets to his target sooner. And usually, he would do between hundreds and thousands moves in order to gather during a few months. That company deployed illusion and deceptions into the network. Now it's looking even more autistic. So, the blue dot, if you get to see that, are the 5,000 machines, endpoints and servers we shown earlier. Then we added 20,000 deceptions, 20,000 deceiving machines, the orange one. And the 10,000 lines we had in the previous slide turned into 250,000 lines in that row. Think about the pool attacker getting to that situation, and with this draw view, you need to find which one are real, which one are not. In fact, his chances, if you run the math here, to do more than 3 successful moves is getting into a fraction of percentage very soon. So you need to do hundreds of them. Remember we talked about the asymmetry between attacker and defender. Attacker could do 99 mistakes from 100 and be winner if he's doing the last one properly. Here, if he's doing one mistake, if he touch one decoy, one deception, he's getting detected, he's getting reported, he's getting real-time forensic, end of game. So the way to flip back the asymmetry from the attacker is by planting illusions and deceptions. Deploy illusions and deceptions.